Hi, and welcome to the adventures of Two Gray Mice. I'm Meg.
And I'm Rob.
And we are Two Gray Mice. Hey, folks. Welcome back. It's just me again. And today I just wanted to go over a little bit of Disney dining tips and tricks a little bit. This weekend, I'm getting ready to do some dining reservations at 6 a.m. in the morning for one of my clients. So it made me think about, it's been a little bit since we talked about dining and what is really worth taking the time to go and get that reservation and what is not worth it. Now, remember, they open up 60 days before the day you check into your hotel at 6 o'clock in the morning on either coast, Disneyland or Disney World. Of course, Disney World at 6 a.m. Eastern, Disneyland at 6 a.m. Pacific. But today we're just going to be talking about Disney World. Not every restaurant is worth setting the alarm for, and it's not always worth having a Disney dining reservation at all for your trip. It depends on your trip and what you want out of it. Do you want to take the time to sit down and take an hour and a half or 2 hours out of your day to have that dining reservation, or do you want to spend the time in the parks or even just at the resort hanging out at the pool? It all kind of depends on the vibe that you yourself are looking for your actual vacation. Why does it feel so cutthroat sometimes? And people are online and like, you have to go here and you have to eat at this restaurant. And what is it about Disney dining that, people feel like, and there are definitely restaurants that if I'm not on at 6 o'clock in the morning, I may not get the day and the time that my clients want. And there's hundreds of restaurants, and there are very few restaurants on Disney property that are bad that I just wouldn't want to go to if I really wanted to have a sit-down meal. And there's even more quick service restaurants that are excellent that I would go to if I couldn't go to a sit-down meal. So I've always wondered why it's like this cutthroat, you have to go to this, you have to at some point in your life go to Cinderella's royal table. Do you really? I don't think so. I think it's expensive and not worth the money, not worth the 5 minutes you're going to spend with a Cinderella. Just me. I'd rather go to Akershus and get a better meet and greet experience with the characters. I mean, of course, what adds to this sense of urgency is like the new Disney dining plan that has, a sit-down dinner in it, or the new one, which has the deluxe, which I believe has 2. So it's going to be interesting as, how things play out, how I figure out my day. And Rob and I have kind of talked about this in other ones, but in just talking about Disney, we look at each day, what parks we going to, what kind of vibe are we going to? Is it a meal that's going to take too long? Like our Yak Yeti meal took a long time, but it was the end of our day, so we didn't care. Or is it, a meal that we're going to catch for lunch at Disney Springs before we have to get back and change and go to a party that night, whatever the case may be. So you have to really look at the whole day, that what kind of vibe you're looking for, what you want to do. These are just a quick idea of what I think are restaurants that are really kind of worth going out there, making sure you're up and getting the reservation. Now, also, when you're getting reservations, what I try to do is I start with my last day of my vacation, because if you think about it, the farther away you are from the day you're making the reservations, the better chance you have of getting that reservation. Because there may be people that are only going for 3 days or 4 days, not your whole 7, or whatever the case may be. So what's worth it? Restaurants that Rob and I will always go to and truly think are worth it. I already said one, Yak Yeti. Our last experience at Animal Kingdom with Yak Yeti was not great. I'm hoping it was a one-off. I'm hoping the service gets better as we, goes forward, because that was really the issue. They were kind of crowded, but not really. Maybe it was the end of the day and people had an early shift and went home. But I'm hoping that, Yak Yeti gets back into its groove and is a really good one. And I'm going to hit all sorts of, places here. Tiffins, we've never been there. It's also at Animal Kingdom. It's a signature restaurant. It's very expensive. It's got more of an African flair to the meal and to the menu. So if you like that food and feeling adventurous, it's totally worth trying to get it. Topolino's Terrace Character Breakfast. It's one of the best character breakfasts on property. It's very difficult to get because they only have characters at breakfast. But Topolino's Terrace for dinner is also excellent. It's worth it for the view from the top of the tower, and the food is just perfect. Storybook dining at Artist Point. The theming of the restaurant, you feel like you've walked into the forest. The ceiling's filled with tree branches, there's fireflies, and then, of course, you get to meet Snow White, Dopey, and Grumpy. They walk around and they interact with you while you're eating. It's not a buffet meal, which I like. It is a set meal. You get to pick your main course, but everybody shares the dessert. Everybody shares the appetizers. The food is very good. But it's a very well done character meet and greet with very good food and awesome atmosphere. It's at Wilderness Lodge. It's worth taking the boat out there to do it. It's a difficult restaurant to get. So, do it on your day off if you can, or make it your Magic Kingdom day at the end of your trip. However, you have to make it work. The new restaurant lounge that I would definitely try to get a reservation for is GO82, which is in Spaceship Earth. It's wonderful. The charcuterie was great. The drinks were perfect. The atmosphere is fabulous. I would love to try to get a reservation closer to fireworks time to see what the view is at that point in time. We were there during the day. The view was wonderful. Now, it's expensive. It's probably a little bit of a higher price point than it's worth. So I would put it on your bottom of your must-do list rather than the top of your must-do list, depending on your budget. Because it's an expensive drink, it's expensive food. Worth it, but definitely more that theme park price area, if you know what I mean. If you have time or if you're staying there, anywhere near Animal Kingdom, Boma, actually any of the restaurants out at Animal Kingdom, is amazing. It's a buffet. We've never had a bad meal there. We like it for breakfast. Get there very early, then we go to Animal Kingdom. When you're at Magic Kingdom or you've got a day off, Citricos, fine dining, excellent food, amazing service, worth it, great date night. We haven't tried Narcoossee's yet. I've heard Narcoossee's is wonderful, especially for a date night, so we're kind of looking forward to seeing that too. I know I'm forgetting a restaurant right now. I wrote them all down, but yet I'm missing one. Anyway, some of the other restaurants that are really hyped up and people are like, you have to go there, you have to go there, you have to go there. And I just don't think are worth the stress and the time it takes to try to get this reservation, especially at 6:00 in the morning, and to have that Ohana breakfast. It's an all-you-can-eat family style. It's more nostalgic. I love the Polynesian. I'd rather go back at night when I eat at the Polynesian to Tamu Lounge and get the noodles there than eat at either one of the restaurants, to be honest with you. Space 220, the lounge or the restaurant, great atmosphere. It's worth going to once. I would go to the lounge so you can get the atmosphere. The set meal price, prefix dinner is not worth it. It's just, the food isn't there. When we were there, the food we got was cold. Service was So, and for the expense, it's not worth it. I am not a fan of price fixed meals. I want a la carte. I want to be able to pick what I want and have actual choices and be able to put a meal together that I wish and not have to have an appetizer or have to have a dessert that I'm not interested in eating. California Grill used to have a great menu that Rob and I always wanted to try. We never did. Now it's price fixed. I have no desire. I know the view to see the fireworks from up there is supposed to be absolutely amazing. It's an elevated, it's very expensive. It's definitely a date night kind of thing. I would rather try to sit in the lounge and be able to order what I want because you don't have to get the price fixed meal, but you're at the lounge. Same thing with Space 220. Then get the price fixed meal. And then still, if you're sitting at the lounge, You can go back later with your receipt and watch the fireworks from up there or be up there in time for fireworks. You don't need to be there. Cinderella's Royal Table, price fixed, overly expensive. You have to pay for it when you make the dining reservations, by the way. You don't pay for it the day of. You meet Cinderella and sometimes one or two other princesses. It's not worth it. Oh, and I didn't say earlier is the Snow White meal. You actually have a meet and greet with the evil queen, too, at the end. The food is supposed to be very good these days. It's gotten better. It had a bad rep for a long time. From what I understand, breakfast is better than lunch or dinner. I would definitely do breakfast if it's on your must-do list because of your littles, just because of the expense. At least it's, cheaper. We've never done it. Chef Mickey's, it's a buffet. It looks fun. I mean, we sat in the quick service of the Contemporary and watched all the characters come out, and it looked like a great time. The food is supposed to be okay. It's very open. It's in the main lobby-ish area of the Contemporary, which is actually like the 5th floor where all the restaurants are. So it's wide open. You've got the monorail up above you. So it's kind of a cool spot to be in one spot, but at the same time, it's this big, open, loud room. So just for a vibe, there's so many other character dining experiences to go see Mickey than Chef's Mickey that I'd rather go to. I'd rather go to Garden Grill than Chef Mickey's. Be your guest. I want to see the inside of the castle. I want to eat in the Beast's castle. But it's not, they don't advertise it as a character meet and greet. He comes out and he walks through and he waves at everybody, and he doesn't even hit every room. So it's not a character meet and greet. They're charging you for the experience of being in this highly themed room, not for the characters. And they say it right there. There is no character meet and greet. So just my 2 cents. Oh, Hollywood Brown Derby. That was the restaurant I was missing. We love the Hollywood Brown Derby. It's worth getting. It's actually usually a pretty easy get. It is a signature restaurant, but it's on the less expensive side of that characteristic of restaurants. Delicious. We've never had a bad meal there. So when I'm thinking about getting table services, we never get more than one a day unless it's our day off and we're going to meet friends later or something. It just takes too much time out of your day. You're talking about hour to 2 hours. Unless you're down there to eat, it's just not something you should do. And if you have littles, if you're going to be down there for 5 days, maybe only do 3, and unless you really want to do a character dinner or something that they're going to be interested in every day. Our children were very good, loved going out to dinner with us. It was very strange. People always looked at us like, your kids are so great in restaurants, because we've always taken them. But it's not always worth it. And sometimes I pick my restaurants, get my reservations if it's really important for us to go to that restaurant. And then I plan my park days around that. Because in some restaurants, it's harder to get the restaurant than it is to get going to the park. So I very often will do that. So if you want sci-fi dine-in, which is very difficult to get, what I don't like about it is hamburgers and hot dogs. It's not anything fancy food. And you're in a car, and when it's just the 2 of us, or even if it's 4 of us, you're going to be in a car with another family. And unless you're in the mood for group dining, it's, not always my vibe. I always try to pick just 1 or 2 my must-have reservations. And I get those first. And then I have all the ones that are that'd be really cool. That would be really nice. And then I get those. And then maybe we want to, after that, I'll tell Rob what we got. And do we want to fill in anywhere or not? Because sometimes we don't. Sometimes we're let's fill in someplace and we'll, go someplace we've never been before or haven't been in a long time. There's also services out there that you can sign up for free and you can put an alert out. And basically what it is they alert you when a reservation for your date and time, or roughly your date and time-wise, roughly time, becomes available on the app, and then you can hop on the app and do it. But then you have to make sure that you've got the app up, ready to go, because they're going to go quick. So the best Disney dining reservation, remember this, is not always the hardest one to get. It's the one that makes your day better instead of ruling the day. Instead of making you bend to the restaurant, it's going to be the restaurant that makes your day better, not necessarily the hardest one to get. It's going to be the one that you and your family or your guests or whoever you're going with are going to enjoy the most. From the food to the atmosphere, to the drinks, to what park it's in, to what kind of day you want to have, not necessarily the restaurant. Boma. It is a buffet breakfast. When I made that reservation, I made it because someone told me we had to go. And this is before I was a travel advisor, when I was planning the trip for the 5 of us. It was one of the best days we had. We got up there early. The food was amazing. The service was perfect. The 5 of us had a lovely time, and it was a great start to a wonderful day. So think about that when you're making your dining reservations. And the new thing is also, it's not too new, but you can cancel your dining reservations up to 2 hours beforehand. So if you're no longer in the mood to go out, a reservation popped up for a different restaurant you'd rather go to, the kids are burnt, it's hot, and you'd rather go back to the pool, always cancel. Leave yourself room to shift and spontaneity. Just go with the flow. It makes your days so much better. That's all I have for today. I hope it helped. Please follow us on Instagram at 2 Gray Mice Podcast. If you have any questions or ideas for our podcast, you can reach us at 2graymice@gmail.com. Thank you much for listening to the Adventures of 2 Gray Mice. I'm Meg, and Rob is someplace. Have a great day, folks. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.